What's up everyone, welcome back again to your Heroclix headquarters. So today we're going to be doing another Outwitting opposition video. If you guys haven't seen one before, basically it's where we take a look at a figure and we just take a look at how to beat that figure. And today we're going to be talking about the Chase Black Widow from the Black Widow movie set. So without any further ado, let's just get right into it. Alright, and here we are. So we'll take a look at this Black Widow Chase and we'll see how to beat it. So she starts off with a trait that says, if Black Widow is on a theme team or your starting force has two other characters from the Black Widow movie set, standard friendly characters can't have their attack rolls of 10 or more re-rolled, and opposing characters targeting those characters can't have their attack rolls of 4 or less re-rolled. So obviously that's super powerful. That actually got an errata, however, so we'll take a look at this here in a second, but she starts the game with 5 Tradecraft tokens, and basically to use this effect now you have to remove 2 Tradecraft tokens. So it's still the same, but just you need to remove 2 to basically have access to this trait. So her other trait of course is Stealth, and she starts the game with 5 Tradecraft tokens. And then free, you can remove a Tradecraft token to choose an opposing character within 6 squares in line of fire. Until your next turn, that character can't use a standard power unless it's displayed on their dial as a colored square, and can't have their combat values positively modified. Super powerful trait there. Again, you know, you can shut off a lot of powers that way. Then she has this special on her defense power here that says stop. When this power is first revealed, remove all of Black Widow's Tradecraft tokens and heal her that many clicks. That's actually going to be very important in taking this figure down. You actually really want to get her to that stop click very quickly. Remove as many of these Tradecraft tokens as quickly as possible. Then she also has a special damage that gives her leadership and outwit. And as a free action, you can remove a Tradecraft token to generate a Widow's Recruit or a Widow's Initiate on click number 1. She also ignores hindering or elevation for movement and hindering for line of fire from the team ability. So yeah, this is her dial. She starts with a 10 movement running shot, 12 attack penetrating blast with a 6 range double target for 3 damage. Starts with that awesome damage power with the leadership and outwit, and some combat reflexes there with an 18 defense with traded stealth. Does keep her pretty well protected. So basically, the strategy to defeat this figure, I've used her 1,000 times and I've gone against her a few times, so I can tell you from experience, one of the main things you're going to want to do first is really just to get her off of these first 2 clicks. This is one of the reasons she's so powerful, is just having this leadership outwit, and this is the ability that lets her summon, you know, the little Widow's Recruits. So if you just poison her, is really easy to get her off those first 2 clicks, a couple clicks of poison damage. You know, hitting her with Energy Explosion, or, you know, somebody next to her, is also a way you can kind of bypass the stealth that way if you shoot somebody next to her. You know, just shooting her in general, if you can see through hindering, is also pretty good. Obviously, with such a high defense with combat reflexes, you don't really want to attack her with close attacks if you can help it. But, you know, you can also just run in there with a Quake and try and target multiple figures that way. Any way that you can do 2 damage to her to knock her off that special right away is going to save you a lot of trouble, because she brings so much more to the table with having leadership and outwit and the ability to summon out the recruits and everything. If you take that away and she goes down to, you know, charge with an 11 attack, and she mainly becomes a close combat, you know, precision strike exploit, she's much less dangerous on the mid dial there. So that's goal number 1, get her off those first 2 clicks. Goal number 2, if you can manage to get her all the way to the stop click, go ahead and do that, because once you knock her onto that stop click and she heals up, she's lost all of her Tradecraft tokens, which means she's going to lose access to this other ability as well, which is, you know, the one where she can turn off all of your standard powers that aren't actually on your dial. So once she loses all of that, it doesn't really matter if she heals all the way back up to here or anything. You know, she just becomes a decent figure for 100 points with just, you know, decent stats and powers, but just nothing on the level of like she was. You can almost ignore her and deal with other threats and you know, come back to finish her off when you are, you know, in a better position to do so. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing really too crazy. It's a pretty simple strategy to pull off. If you can just manage to get through those first 2 clicks, you know, you can really bring her down to a much more manageable level. You don't have to worry about her, you know, just running up and dropping a recruit to poison everybody. And once you hit her onto that stop click, you don't have to worry about any of our other specials. Now, if she has already used this first trait to take the -2 to get that, you know, can't reroll stuff ability, you do still have to worry about that if she does that right away. So do keep that in mind. That's a very powerful ability that, you know, if you roll really low, it's going to make it a lot harder on you because you're not going to be able to re-roll it. But in my experience of playing this Black Widow, I don't really use that as much. I try to save the tradecraft tokens to, you know, make more recruits or take out more powers with this effect. But that's really a personal playstyle thing. That depends on like who you're going against, how they're going to try and use it, you know. But yeah, like I said, a really good strategy is poison and energy explosion to just kind of try and quickly knock her off of her first 2 clicks. And if you can do that, like I said, it'll help you a lot. It'll get rid of a lot of her best effects that way. If she has any type of healers on the team, I would probably, as soon as you land like a couple clicks of damage on her, I'd probably try and focus down any healers she might have with her, just so I don't heal her back up to those clicks again, and then come back and try and finish her off. Just because, you know, like I said, those first 2 clicks are really her most deadly abilities, and once you get her off that, it's much more manageable to just deal with the rest of her team, and then, you know, come back to her when you are feeling more able to do that. She's really not that hard to deal with, honestly. It's pretty crazy because she is such an amazingly powerful figure, but she can really be taken care of quite easily. You know, she doesn't have any type of reducers, no toughness, no invulnerable, that kind of thing. So really the only thing you've got to get around is stealth and combat reflexes. And, you know, there's a lot of ways to do that. Another thing I'll add, though, as well, because I always pair her up with somebody like Voyager that can carry her around, face teleport her, and TK her around, stuff like that. So if, you know, if you see her on a team with somebody like that, again, just like if she's, you know, got somebody to heal her, any of her support figures, you're going to want to focus them down as well, because if she does take a hit, it's really easy to just kind of pull her out of the fight, face teleport her away, get reposition, and, you know, she can still come in strong. She's still a good attacker and everything, so you don't want to just leave that up in the air if if she does have some good support figures. You want to try and get them out of the way pretty quickly after you've knocked her off the first 2 clicks. I can't stress enough, knock her off the first 2 clicks right away, and you can kind of manage her a lot better that way after that point. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Like I said, there's not really much to it. So if you guys have any other suggestions or other characters you'd like to see for an Outwitting the Opposition video, anything you're having trouble with, let me know, and we can try and do that for you. And don't forget to let me know in the comments if you guys have any other specific strategies you've used against Black Widow in the past. How did that go for you? Just let us know down there in the comments, and I'd love to talk about it with you guys.
Alright, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys found this in any way informative or helpful, make sure you smash that like button, and let me know in the comments if you have any further questions about it, or if you have any of your own strategies, you can help us out and add some to it there. And as always, don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. And as always, make sure you check the links in the description for our Patreon if you guys would like to help support the channel even more. You can see your name here in the credits with all of our other awesome Patreon supporters. And that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Heroclix Headquarters, signing off.